This is a great question. So Earthy Swan asks, what is the point in arguing with these religious people that will inevitably just believe whatever they want despite being disproven? And so the first thing we should establish is that the God claim cannot be disproven. It is unfalsifiable. The best thing you can really do is disprove specific claims in the Bible, like the earth being created in 7 days and the global flood and all these things we have evidence against. But the reason why I argue with religious people is a mix of personal self-interest and moral obligation. And so I do feel that the world would be a much better place without religion, without this belief in these supernatural deities that have no evidence for them. I think we should be moving away from these beliefs, keeping some of the good things we may have learned from them throughout the belief process. But at the end of the day, we don't need these beliefs. We don't need a belief in a celestial dictator and it telling us things through ancient texts by illiterate people. We can do away with that. And I was a Christian for a long time. I believed in God. And if it wasn't for other atheists taking the stand and arguing against these religious dogmas, I probably never would have questioned my own beliefs. And so another reason is because I like to argue these things so that I can defend my position better. One of the few things I've heard Jordan Peterson say that I agree with is that talking is a form of thinking. And I agree with that because my brain is a mess. I'm dissociative. I've got ADD. It's totally a mess up there. And, if I'm able to argue my point and have it be challenged and reasoned with, it allows me to understand my own arguments to a deeper level and make them sharper, more concise. And that is the way that I like to sort of develop my own arguments. And, at the end of the day, it's not about convincing the other person. The other person that I'm talking to is probably not going to be convinced by me, but the person who's probably most going to be influenced is an outside person reading the comments or watching the videos or listening in on the conversation. Those are the people who are generally more influenced by what I have to say. And I would like to be that for somebody as to the best of my ability. And the last reason I would say is because I like talking about these things. I was a Christian for 18 years of my life. I was a dedicated Christian. I have a Christian education. I believed in young Earth creationism and a literal interpretation of the Bible. And I know quite a lot about it, more than I would say the average person. And in my religious deconstruction, I also had to learn a lot about the arguments for atheism, and so I know a lot about that too. So it's something that I can discuss to a deep level, and I like to do it.